Welcome back to our book club. This week, we are diving into one of the most practical and actionable chapters in The Anxious Generation. Chapter 12, What Parents Can Now Do. Throughout this book, we've explored the impact that digital life has on our children's mental health, social development, and resilience. But today's discussion is about solutions. What we as parents can do right now to help our children navigate this world in a way that fosters confidence, connection, and well-being. Haidt breaks this chapter into 3 key age groups: ages 0 to 5, early childhood; ages 6 through 13, elementary and middle school; and ages 13 through 18, teen years in high school. And for each stage, he focuses on 2 essential areas: more and better experiences in the real world, and less and better experiences on screens. So we're going to break down each section, pulling out key insights and meaningful ways we can apply them to our families. So let's start with the youngest age group, 0 to 5, and explore what Haidt says about giving them more of what they need in the real world and less of what harms them in the digital world. Now, in the earliest years of life, children learn not just from what we say, but from what we do. And Haidt reminds us that young children are constantly observing and absorbing the world around them, especially their parents' behavior. On page 269, he states, "But what you do often matters far more than what you say. So watch your own phone habits. Be a good role model who is not giving continuous partial attention to both the phone and the child." And this is a reminder that if we want our children to be engaged in the real world, we must model that behavior ourselves. If they see us constantly checking our phones, they learn that screens are more interesting than real life interactions. And on the other hand, when we are present, making eye contact, playing, and responding to their cues, they learn that relationships and real world experiences matter. At the same time, not all screens are created equal. And he says on page 270, and I will read it to you, the key insight gained from the research on screens and young children is that active, synchronous virtual interactions with other humans, what most of us call video chats, can foster language learning and bonding, while passive, asynchronous viewing of a pre-recorded video yields minimal benefits, and in some cases, even backfires and disrupts language learning, particularly for those under 2 years old. So this means that video chatting with, say, a grandparent can be beneficial as it fosters a back and forth conversation. However, passive screen time, like watching pre-recorded cartoons or even educational videos, does little to help a child's development and can even delay language learning in toddlers. So the takeaway, well, children this age need real-world interaction. And when screens are used, they should be interactive and intentional. So here are 3 takeaways for parents of children of this age, 0 to 5. Number 1, be a model for healthy tech use. Your child learns from watching you. Limit your phone use during playtime and be fully present to show them that real-world connections matter. Number 2, prioritize real-world interactions. Talking, playing, reading with your child fosters language development far more than passive screen time. And number 3, if screens are used, make them interactive. Choose video chats over passive content. And if your child is watching something, engage with them by asking questions or narrating what they see. So now let's move on to the next age group, 12 to 13-year-olds. And let's talk about more and better experiences in the real world. Now, as children grow, they need real-world experiences that challenge them, build independence, and strengthen their ability to navigate life without constant adult supervision. Now, he talks on pages 272 through 274. Haidt offers 7 ways to reduce overprotection and encourage productive off-base adventures. Now, not every parent is going to agree with all of these suggestions, and that's okay. The goal is to reflect on how we strike a balance between safety and independence, ensuring our kids develop confidence and resilience. So here are Haidt's Key recommendations for this age. Number 1, practice letting your kids out of your sight without constant contact. This means allowing your child to be in a safe, familiar place without immediate access to a phone or constant check-ins. And this could mean playing outside with their friends or running a small errand on their own. Number 2, encourage sleepovers and don't micromanage them. He says sleepovers teach kids how to adapt to different environments, handle minor social conflicts, and feel comfortable being away from home. Number 3, encourage walking to school in a group. If possible, encourage your child to walk or bike to school with friends. This fosters responsibility, decision-making, and social connection without adult supervision. And maybe that's not an option in your area. Maybe you could look to drop them off a few minutes away from school and they walk the last leg by themselves. Number 4, prioritize after-school free play. Today, many kids' schedules are packed with structured activities, leaving little time for unstructured creative play. Haidt suggests allowing kids to meet up with friends, play outside, or explore their interest without constant adult direction. Number 5, go camping. Camping away from structured schedules and confined spaces, kids are drawn to the outdoors and are expected to explore and interact with others. And if camping is not your thing, consider it your next trip with another like-minded family to create similar opportunities for unstructured play. Number 6, find a sleepaway camp with no devices and no safetyism. Haidt suggests choosing a camp that disconnects kids from technology and gives them true autonomy. You could even pick a camp that they go to year after year, transitioning from a camper to a counselor. And number 7, form child-friendly neighborhoods and playgrounds. Haidt encourages parents to connect with neighbors and create safe shared spaces where kids can play freely. It can be as simple as encouraging local families to let their kids play outside together, fostering a sense of neighborhood trust that benefits both child and parent. Every family is different, but the goal is to create more opportunities for independence, responsibility, and real-world experiences. While we want our kids to have more freedom and real-world experiences, we also need to ensure that screen use doesn't take away from those opportunities. Now, Haidt emphasizes that it's not just about limiting screen time, but making sure it supports their overall well-being. So now let's move on to less and better experiences on screens for the 6 to 13 age group. Haidt acknowledges that screens are a part of modern childhood, but he emphasizes that not all screen time is equal. So on page 277, and I will read it to you. As a general rule, no more than 2 hours per day is recommended for screen-based recreational activities. However, this depends on the content, social media, video games, chats, TV, and so forth, the context, time of day, multitasking, and so on, and the young person's individual traits, age, physical and mental health, analytical skills, critical thinking, and so on. Parental supervision must therefore be based on this criteria. Rather than focusing on strict limits alone, Haidt suggests that parents prioritize real-world activities, structure screen use, and delay social media exposure. So let's go over his key recommendations for managing screens for this age. Number 1, learn how to use parental controls and content filters. Technology can expose kids to content that they are not ready for. Haidt suggests that parents actively monitor and filter content, ensuring that children only access age-appropriate material. While no filter is perfect, understanding and using parental controls can help reduce harmful exposure. Number 2, prioritize in-person activity and sleep over total screen hours. Rather than obsessing over counting screen minutes, focus on what screens are replacing. Are they interfering with sleep, outdoor play, social time, or schoolwork? Haidt emphasizes that maximizing in-person activities and ensuring kids get enough sleep is more important than rigid daily time limits. Number 3, provide clear structure to the day and week. Kids thrive on routines, and unstructured time often leads to excessive screen use. Setting clear expectations, such as no screens before school, during meals, or before bedtime, helps create healthy balance between tech use and real-world activities. Number 4, look for signs for addiction or problematic use. Not all screen time is bad, but when screens start interfering with sleep, social life, or mood regulation, it may be a sign of overuse. So if your child becomes irritable when asked to put away their device, they lose interest in real-world activities, or struggle with self-regulation, Haidt suggests stepping in early to address it. And number 5, delay social media until at least 16 years old. Haidt strongly advises against letting kids start social media too young. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok expose preteens to peer comparison, online drama, and algorithm-driven content designed to keep them hooked. Waiting until at least 16 gives kids time to develop emotional resilience before engaging in social media culture. Many kids push back when parents set screen limits or delay access to social media. They see it as unfair or a lack of trust. But as parents, we set boundaries because we love them. We see dangers they don't see yet. Our rules are there to keep them safe until they're ready to make good choices on their own. So we're going to share a story with you that you can share with your child to help them understand this. It's called The Fence and the Freedom. And it really is a way to help your child understand why boundaries exist and why you're not just saying no. Read it aloud to your child, and then there's a discussion question at the end where you can hear their thoughts. The Fence and the Freedom. 12-year-old Caleb was frustrated. Why do you always say no to everything? He complained to his mom. Earlier that day, he had asked if he could stay up late to watch video games on a school night. His mom said no. Last weekend, he wanted to download a social media app that all his friends had. His mom said no. A few days after that, he wanted to skip his chores to watch YouTube. Again, his mom said no. It's like you don't trust me, Caleb huffed. His mom sighed and thought for a moment. She said, come outside with me for a sec. Caleb followed her in the backyard. He leaned against the wooden fence that surrounded the yard, still feeling annoyed. You see this fence? Yeah. What do you think would happen if we took it down? She asked. Caleb shrugged. I guess the dog would run away. His mom nodded. What else? Caleb thought for a second. Well, maybe cars could come through, or strangers, or animals. I don't know. It wouldn't feel safe. His mom smiled. Exactly. Would you ever think about the fence when you were playing in the yard? Caleb shook his head. Not really. That's the thing, she said. The fence isn't here to trap you. It's here to keep the bad stuff out so you can play freely inside. Caleb frowned. Okay, but what does that have to do with me playing video games and getting social media? His mom smiled. Boundaries, like fences, aren't about stopping you from having fun. They're about keeping the bad stuff out. And when I say no to things, it's not because I don't trust you. It's because I love you, and it's my job to keep the bad stuff out until you're ready to handle it. Caleb kicked a rock with his shoe. But what if I feel ready? His mom nodded. That's a great question. The thing is, just like you don't notice the fence every day, you might not always see the dangers I see. I've been where you are. I know what's out there. That's why parents set boundaries, even when kids don't like them. It's not about controlling you. It's about helping you grow up safe, happy, and strong. Caleb didn't say anything for a moment. He looked at the fence again. It had always been there, but he never thought about it much. He could run, jump, and play without worrying because the fence was doing its job. So one day, will you take the fence down? Caleb asked. His mom smiled. One day, when you're ready, the fence won't have to be there anymore. And by then, you'll know how to set your own boundaries. Caleb still didn't love hearing no, but now he understood. The rules weren't about stopping him. They were about protecting him. And that made them a little easier to accept. After sharing the story, start a conversation with your child with this question. The fence in the story keeps bad things out so the child inside can play freely. Can you think of any fences in your life that keep you safe? And just like Caleb's mom in the story, parents set boundaries not to control kids, but to guide and protect them. But as kids grow older, these boundaries need to come with open conversations, which brings us to number 6. Haidt encourages parents to talk with their preteens about the risks of screens and social media, listening to their thoughts and concerns rather than just enforcing rules. When kids understand why certain limits exist, they're more likely to respect them. Every family's approach to screen use will look different, but Haidt's advice highlights the importance of balance, supervision, and intentionality. So here are 3 takeaways that parents of kids ages 6 to 13 can come away with. Number 1, encourage more independence. Find age-appropriate ways for your child to build confidence, whether it's walking with friends, playing outside unsupervised, or going on real-world adventures like camping. Number 2, prioritize real-life activities over screen limits. Instead of obsessing over minutes, focus on maximizing in-person experiences, free play, and sleep, ensuring screens don't take away from these essential activities. And be intentional about digital boundaries. Use parental controls, clear routines, and open conversations to help kids develop a healthy relationship with screens while delaying social media until they're emotionally ready. And now onto the oldest group, 13 to 18-year-olds. And we'll talk about the more and better experiences in the real world. The teen years are a crucial time for developing independence and responsibility. Haidt encourages parents to help teens step outside their comfort zones, take on meaningful responsibilities, and seek real-world excitement rather than digital distractions. So here are Haidt's key suggestions for fostering more and better real-world experiences for teens. Number 1, increase their mobility. Encourage your teen to navigate the world more independently, whether that means learning to drive, take public transportation, or biking to destinations on their own. Mobility gives them a sense of freedom, responsibility, and problem-solving skills that they can't develop if they're always reliant on adults for transportation. Number 2, rely more on your teen at home. Give your teen real responsibilities that matter, not just small chores, but meaningful contributions to the household. Whether it's cooking dinner once a week, managing younger siblings, or helping with home projects, these responsibilities teach life skills and build confidence in their ability to handle adulthood. Number 3, encourage your teen to find a part-time job. A job isn't just about earning money. It teaches time management, discipline, and independence. Having a boss, dealing with customers, and showing up on time are experiences that build resilience and a strong work ethic. And if a formal job is impossible, finding ways to earn money through babysitting, tutoring, yard work can provide similar benefits. Number 4, find ways for them to nurture and lead. Teens thrive when they're needed and valued in their community. Encourage them to take on leadership roles, whether it's mentoring younger kids, volunteering, or leading a project at school. Number 5, consider a high school exchange program. If it fits into your family situation, traveling or studying abroad can be a life-changing experience for a teen. It forces them to step out of their comfort zone, navigate new cultures, and become self-sufficient. Number 6, seek bigger thrills in nature. Rather than seeking stimulation from screens, encourage your teen to find real-world adventure. Whether it's hiking, skiing, rock climbing, or another outdoor pursuit, nature provides the physical and emotional highs that screens try to mimic, but can never replace. And number 7, consider a gap year after high school. Haidt suggests that before rushing into college, teens may benefit from taking a year to work, travel, or volunteer. A gap year can help them develop real-world skills, gain clarity about their future, and avoid burnout before committing to higher education. The transition from childhood to adulthood happens fast, and these years are a critical window for preparing teens for the real world. As teens gain more independence, screens often play a larger role in their daily lives. And while technology is a part of modern adolescence, Haidt urges parents to guide their teens toward healthier habits and intentional screen use. So now let's talk about less and better experiences on screens for this age. Haidt emphasizes that the teen years should be a time of gradually loosening restrictions as adolescents develop better impulse control and self-regulation. However, parents should still set boundaries to ensure healthy tech habits. Transition to smartphones gradually. If moving from a basic phone to a smartphone, talk to your teens about responsible use and monitor how they handle the transition. Set clear limits on phone use at night. Many teens check social media first thing in the morning and last thing before bed, which disrupts sleep and increases anxiety. Keep phones out of the bedroom overnight to break this habit. Monitor social media for problematic use. If your teen uses social media, watch for signs of overuse and talk to them about how platforms are designed to keep them engaged. Encourage critical thinking about their screen habits. So here are 3 takeaways for parents of teens ages 13 to 18. Number 1, encourage real world independence. Give teens opportunity to take on responsibilities, navigate the world on their own, and seek real world challenges like jobs, leadership roles, and outdoor adventures. Number 2, set healthy boundaries for tech use. As restrictions loosen, help teens develop self-regulation by keeping phones out of the bedroom at night, monitoring social media habits, and having open discussions about screen addiction. And number 3, balance freedom with guidance. Teens need both autonomy and support. Give them more independence while keeping open conversations about responsibilities, well-being, and decision-making. As we've explored this chapter, raising kids in the digital age requires a balance of independence, guidance, and intentional boundaries. Haidt reminds us that kids grow best when they have real-world experiences that challenge them and when their screen use is managed in a way that supports, not replaces, those experiences. There is no perfect formula for parenting in today's world, but by focusing on real-world adventures, fostering independence, and setting mindful digital habits, we can help our children build confidence, resilience, and connection. While every family will approach this differently, the key is to stay engaged, be intentional, and create an environment where kids can thrive in the real and digital world. Until the next time, keep having conversations.